Okay, Vic Camp here again. Welcome back to another video of my basement game room of the Gottlieb wedge heads, and this is the continuation of shopping your EM game and doing preventive maintenance on it. So while I'm here, I got the light. I'm going to just name a few items here to this flipper assembly. This is a different flipper assembly than the late 70s games. This is a 1964 North Star Gottlieb. So you can see here, this is your flipper link. This is your flipper plunger. This is your coil. This is your flipper and the stroke switch. As you can see, I clean them. Here's your flipper return spring. Right here. And this is your white flipper bushing. That's where your flipper rod passes through. And behind here, down here on this coil, there's a coil stop inside the bracket here. This is your bracket for your flipper assembly. And the flipper should just get back ever so lightly, so there's no strain or tightness on it. So we'll move down here. I want to show you where, in case you need to solder a light switch or socket that is kind of flickering, then you can see down here I did a few. Right down here, I'll show you if this light wants to cooperate. So as you can see, I did this bank down here. You can see right here is the body of the socket, and this is the base down here. So you have to solder. Let's look at another one. Might be able to see this one better. You have to solder the side. You have to scratch it up with a file or a sharp awl. Get that real nice and shiny. And then you have to scrape the base there. This portion here is the base. You have to connect the two with the solder. You solder the base and the socket body together. As you can see, this one was done too. Trying to get it to zoom in there. Here's a nice shot of it. So here's another one up here I did. There's a good shot of one right here. So when you got a flickering light bulb, you need to again you can see where I kind of cleaned that one up there. It's kind of shiny. And I connected it from the body to the lower base here. Don't let it overspill and get into this little insulator here. You don't want to do that. You can also take the wire off. If it's still flickering afterwards, you can take the wire off of here where my pointer is, unsolder that, and you could connect the wire to this little centerpiece here on the body. So there's two things you can do to eliminate the flickering lights, which are notorious with Gottlieb wedge heads. So I also did this switch up here. This is the flipper Right here you can see how nice and clean that contact is. I did the top one and the bottom one. They're set perfectly so that you get a good connection with this rod over here, this flipper rod. On the older Gottliebs, you have a flipper rod. So the tip of that rod, right here, this tip, hits that switch up here and makes the flipper pull in. So what I did to this machine was I cleaned all the switches, even the end of stroke switch here, which is most important. Did all the pop bumper switches down in here, the cups. We went over this in another video. And I just wanted to show you these sockets. How to solder the socket in case you have a problem with the flickering of the light bulb. So I'm going to close this game up. Now that I did the switches underneath, everything is done and lined up. I'm going to come here to the play field and take off this plastic here and do the switches on the play field and polish it all up and test it all up. If I see anything else I need to do, I'm going to do it. So I'll look the game over in a little while. So short video here on how to keep up your wedge head running 100%. And next video we're going to probably do will be all the games back together down here. Sweethearts is waiting to go in the slot here, and so is that Central Park in the dark side of the room there. So there you have it, how to solder the light bulb bayonets and what switches to clean and how to clean them and how to adjust. Okay, till next time, hope you enjoyed this and it's worth viewing.